Budget-crushing inflation is having a big impact on renters in Oregon. State economists did the math and came up with a 14.6% cap on rent increases for next year, a higher number than many expected because it's tied to inflation.
I'm shocked. Everybody should be shocked.
Kim McCarty is executive director of the statewide Community Alliance of Tenants. She says the past few years have been very tough on renters, and many pandemic-related protections are ending.
And then you pile on top of that the possibility of a $200 rent increase, a 14.6% possible increase in rent on top of the inflation that's happening to your food, your health care, childcare, et cetera. Where people are at a breaking point.
We are hearing from you on this too. Hundreds of comments on the KGW Facebook page, most expressing frustration. One writing, with the increase, people are going to have to get second and third jobs just to have a roof over their heads. But some also acknowledging the landlords, one saying landlords are struggling with inflation also. Everything about homeownership is up.
14.6%, definitely, I'm sure to a lot of people sounds like, that's a big hike.
Christian Bryant is president of the Portland Area Rental Owners Association. He also teaches people the rental business. Bryant says he understands the concern, but does not believe that most landlords able to raise rents 14.6% next year will do so. That said,
the way it's set up right now is if you're a landlord, you're a business. And if your costs go up, just like at your restaurant, or the Home Depot, when they had to pay more for the materials that they sell, they charged the end user more.
This is a groundbreaking piece of legislation.
Governor Kate Brown signed Oregon's rent control bill into law in 2019, the first of its kind in the nation. It caps rent increases annually at 7% plus the Consumer Price Index measure of inflation. In light of this 14.6% cap, Brown's office put out a statement saying in part, the governor is deeply concerned about the maximum rental increases that will be allowed under Oregon law in 2023, and she urges the legislature to prioritize action to mitigate future increases, adding, with today's inflation rates, it makes sense to re-examine state law. Kim McCarty says things do need to change.
Tenants represent 40% of the households in Oregon. This is everybody's issue. And we could easily, in Oregon, have your average household priced out of the market. This is impactful.
Now, it's important to note that this cap applies to housing that's at least 15 years old. Newer rentals are not part of it. And if you rent in Portland, there's a 10% cap in place. Anything more, and the landlords will face the prospect of paying for your move if you want out. Brittany?
All right. Wow. Thanks so much, Tim.